Hey friends, we are taking the next few weeks off from recording new shows here at Mission Forward, but we still have a ton of great content planned for you this summer. Every other Thursday through September 1st, tune in for a reboot of one of my favorite Mission Forward episodes to date. And on the off weeks, like today, swing by for a shorter reflection on communications and life with my weekly Finding the Words essay, one of which I will bring you today. This one is the 16th entry in my Finding the Words series called Back to the Basics. If you like what you hear today, leave us a rating and swing by mission.partners anytime to subscribe to get these weekly posts delivered straight to your box. And now, back to the basics. Have you ever been given an assignment so daunting that it made you wonder, how in the world will I ever do this? Those responsible for communicating during the most uncertain times of COVID-19 surely know that feeling. Whether communicating to a close-in group of employees or to a global network of donors, communicating through COVID has often felt like navigating through a hailstorm. Perhaps you can see right in front of you, but surely no further, which makes getting the message out and making sure it's heard a very complex problem. I have spent the last many months asking communicators of all types, from public health professionals to teachers, nonprofit leaders, and university professors, what they have learned about themselves and their communication styles during this time of COVID. Sure enough, the top takeaway is clear. Communicating in the height of uncertainty requires we do at least one thing well: be plain and simple. In other words, focus on the basics. For Nicole Engdahl and her colleagues at the National Park Foundation, they decided to turn that feeling of uncertainty into a plan for success. When COVID hit, their department was faced with a decision: keep their fundraising appeals going uninterrupted or pull every scheduled mailing out of the market. At the risk of sounding tone deaf, they pulled everything. They decided instead to prioritize what mattered most in those moments: real and direct connections with people. Nicole was on this show not too long ago, and as she shared with me, their initial reaction was to dream up a communications campaign that felt new and different, something that was innovative and catchy. But then it hit them. In a time of uncertainty, their donors didn't need something new or different. They needed something that felt comfortable and certain. They needed the basics. And that's just what Nicole and her team did. They reached out to individuals directly, they engaged folks in conversation, they asked about the role of the parks in people's lives and how in those most uncertain of moments, the parks were serving as a place of calm amid the chaos. By flipping the script and communicating in a way that allowed donors to feel even more connected to their mission, the National Park Foundation did the unexpected. They surpassed their fundraising goals. Whether you are faced with a daunting communications challenge or considering how to break through the noise with your next marketing campaign, just remember this: the basics of communication, connecting with people, not communicating at people, will always be a good place to start. Ground yourself in who and what matters, and that communications task might suddenly feel a little more approachable. Thanks for listening to today's short-form version of the Mission Forward podcast. If you like what you heard and want to continue to feel inspired, please hop over to mission.partners and subscribe to get these weekly Finding the Words essays delivered right to your inbox. You can also drop us a rating or a review wherever you listen to podcasts and let us know you loved the show so that we can continue to create great content for you. See you soon.